Hi guys, it's me, and this is actually the back end of the video. This is the project that we're going to be doing today, and these are the pieces that I did in this tutorial. And so I'm hoping that you will all stick around to watch the entire thing. It's a little bit of a long video, I will admit to that, but I think totally worth it. So for those of you who don't mind a little bit of extra time, get yourself a cup of coffee and, make some notes if you need to, or what have you. But these are the two pieces that we're going to be making in this video. This is a domino and this is a tin. And so we are going to be doing beach theme. And you can see this is a hinged tin. The only one I had that I could find, actually. And then this is a domino finished on both sides. Just so that you guys know, when I do my dominoes, I do finish them on both sides. The back side is not dramatically finished, but the image is always on the back side as well as the front side. And look at the incredible beauty that went into creating these pieces, and the donations to my channel. Hopefully you guys are recreating some of these items, and if you'd like, you can always messenger me with pictures of your finished pieces. I am planning on starting to add some of my viewers' finished art on the back ends of my videos so that everybody can see what my people, our group is doing. You're all incredibly talented people, and your talent needs to get out there and be shown. So I would love to show your pieces, so if you would, just messenger me. And I am more than happy to. I will show everything. I'm not going to leave anything out because it seems amateur or anything like that. We all are at different degrees of our, different levels of our experience in crafting. And I know of people who have just gotten started who are just as good as those who have been doing it for years and years. Just because you've been doing something for many years doesn't mean you're better than the guy that's been doing it for 6 months. Because sometimes people just have built-in creative talent and they're just good at what they do. And I personally actually enjoy seeing just the basic little pieces. Sometimes simple is just beautiful, and simplicity for me is a good thing. I do enjoy that. So anyway, this is what we're going to be doing. Please, please, please go give me a thumbs up before the video starts, if you'd like to. And for those of you who know me, you know what the video is going to be like. And if not, wait a little while. Wait till you get into the video a ways, and hopefully you will choose to give me a thumbs up then. And comments. Comments are always a good thing. It helps me on YouTube because the more they see, the more they will put me in front of other viewers, and the better off my channel is going to be. And my channel is growing right now, and it's growing really, really well. And I would love to keep up that momentum. I was doing really good a little while back, and then all of a sudden, everybody just kind of, I think people don't think about it, and it's okay. You don't always think to give those thumbs ups. But, they started dropping off, and, they were still viewing the videos and watching them and everything. But the thumbs ups and the comments were slowing down. And so it slowed down my channel. So that's the way YouTube works. That's the life of a YouTuber. And the sooner I can get everybody to start really, really doubling down on those thumbs ups and those comments, the sooner I can maybe stop working a regular job and start doing this full time. So I would love to do that. Thanks a lot, you guys. Hope you enjoy this tutorial. Hi everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and it is, let's see, Wednesday night, I think, yes. And tonight it's, let's see, what time is it? It's actually 11:20 p.m. So it's getting late in the evening, so I'm going to speak a little bit more quietly than I usually do. Just so that I don't wake up my husband and my dog. And so tonight I am gonna go back to my old comfort zone. What I want to do tonight is I want to make, let's see, I want to do a domino charm, at least one, and a tin. And I thought what I would do is I would do a set and make the domino match the tin. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And this one happens to be a beautiful lady walking on the beach. So we're going back to one of my old beach scenes, and I used to do a lot of this stuff back in my earlier days, even before I had my channel. And dominoes was a big thing for me back then. I used to make a lot of them, and I just love making them. I think they are gorgeous, and these little beachy ones in particular for me are just fun and beautiful, and I really, really enjoy doing them. So I've got some different beach scenes here that I sort of picked out to play around with. I really like this one too. That's very beachy, and it's very, sometimes the simpler the better. I like this one because I do like that it's got the hibiscus flowers in it, and I do love my hibiscus. So I may end up doing 2 dominoes tonight, but I don't know. I'm thinking just 1 domino, 1 tin, and call it good, because I don't want to, you know, take too much of your time up. And I knew you guys would have fun with this, and if you want me to make more of these, do some more videos on them, just let me know. And you can go back and you can see the ones that I made years ago when I initially started my channel. I do have a video where all I did was I showed the dominoes completed, and it was like a 2-minute short video, and yeah, that was all it was. I just did a quick domino video to show you guys what I was making, and I was really just sort of testing out my channel at the time just to kind of see how things popped up, and I even did the videos on my phone. So yeah, so that was a long time ago. That was before I actually even had my camera, if I'm being honest. I did not have a camera, and my son was an angel, and for Christmas that year, he bought me my camera. And so, yeah, my channel was born. That was another cute one. I thought this was cute because it's got the bubbles and stuff in it. I really thought that was a cute one, so I will definitely be doing one on that. Here's the thing, you guys, though. I only have 1 tin. This one here in this size. And I know I probably have some more somewhere put away. Don't know where they are, though. So this one I was able to find, and it was actually already painted for me. So I didn't have to do anything. But guess what, you guys? In the mail today, I got some Happy Mail from my friend Robin, and she sent me these tins, and they're about, let's see, I couldn't believe it when I saw them. I was actually very, very surprised. They're about 3/4 of an inch deep, and then they are 4.5 by 4.5. So yeah, yeah, so these are pretty cool tins. And so, yeah, I'm going to be painting some of these and getting them ready to make some more beach tins. I'm going to do, right off the get-go, I want to do some beachy ones. I'm just in the mood. Summer's coming to an end, and of course I would do this, you know, after summer. That's because that's the way I roll. So anyway, but that's okay. You know, I decided I wanted to do it, and so we're going to do that tonight. So I did get my resin. That came in the mail today too, and that was what led me to want to do this video tonight, because I've been dying to do it. I've got out some Mod Podge, and this I got at the Dollar Tree. So this I got from Temu, and I will include the link to this in the description menu. We're going to be using some of my diamond dust, and this is by Floracraft, and this I also get on Amazon. And I believe you can get glass glitter on Temu as well. So I do know that I love this Floracraft brand. It always goes on nicely. It gives a beautiful, beautiful sparkle. And so that's what I mostly use. And I actually have a couple of jars of it here. And I wasn't using it there for a little while, but I'm kind of coming back to it. I've kind of gone full circle, went to Stickles for a while, and did a couple of other things. There's still some glitter on Temu that I want to get, but they haven't had it in for a little bit. So I am sort of waiting for that. Just to show you, this is also going to be a hinged tin, just like this one. So I'm excited about these tins. So thank you, Robin. I appreciate these tins very much. Now these were all that was in that package today. I know she did tell me she sent me some other stuff too, so I'm excited. So it looks like I will be getting another package from Robin. So we'll be on the lookout for that. I'm sorry, you guys, I had to get a drink. I'm dying of thirst. Let me put this off to the side here. And we're just gonna, we're gonna get started. I didn't even look up a quote tonight because I didn't want to add the extra time to the video, and I didn't want to spend the time looking for a good quote and all of that stuff. So I just decided to just go ahead and get started this time. So I've got some of my my pretty rhinestone, flat back rhinestone beads, and I think I'm going to maybe use a couple of these because I do have some of these are AB rhinestones, and I do like the AB stuff with my beach stuff. Some of these are not AB, so those I will be putting back in my baggie here, but I do want to get out some of the ones that I definitely know I want to use. So let's just get those out and put the rest back, and that way I don't have a whole bunch of stuff sitting around and sitting out that I'm not going to be using. So let's see, let's put that out there. I think I might want to use that one. And the rest of these I think are just the regular clear ones. So we're going to put those back in the bag. There's a couple of AB ones in there too, but I don't think I'm going to use those ones. So let's get my clear ones that are over here and put them back in the bag. I'm going to try and be neat about this tonight. Let's see if I can do it. That's a clear one. I'm going to keep these out just in case I decide for some crazy reason that I want a couple of clear ones. I will have them out. I don't know if this is clear or AB. That's AB also, so yeah, I'm going to keep that out. I wanted these long, narrow ones because I thought maybe those might be kind of cool to use somewhere in this project. So just because of the shape and all that good stuff. I've also got some nail stickers, nail art, and these are beachy. It's so funny because I was thinking about doing these dominoes and I was actually getting my images together, and I happened to get a package in the mail from Robin. Again, she has sent me so much lovely stuff, and in that package was a bunch of different beachy themed stuff. I got these, I got some little seahorses and octopuses and some really pretty butterflies. I got a whole bunch of stuff, some gorgeous dangle earrings and things. Look at, I got these little seahorses. So yeah, I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I can use in these that are going to really make this stand out and gorgeous. So I'm going to kind of put everything back out of the way. What we're going to do is we're going to get these hooked onto the domino and the tin first. Oh, I don't need to open that up like that. I'm going to use a paintbrush here, and I'm just going to take and squeeze some Mod Podge on here, and we're just gonna brush. And I want to get it all the way to the edges of the tin, because I want to make sure that this image is stuck down all the way around on the edges. I don't want any stone unturned, and I'm putting a nice thick layer of Mod Podge on here so that we don't have any spots that dry underneath before I get a chance to get everything on and ready to go. So that's on there nice and thick. You can see that. So I'm going to put this, oh, I got to make sure. Okay, yeah. So this is going to open like a book would open. And I'm going to just, let me get this out of my mouth so that I can talk. I'm going to just get this on here nice, and it just sits, the image is cut so that it just sits to the inside of the edges of the tin. Now it still slides around because I've got a nice layer of Mod Podge on there, which is exactly what I wanted. I've got my paper towel here. I'm going to try and keep this wiped off of my fingers as I go, because this Mod Podge, once it dries on your hands, it is like a layer of skin that you have to peel off, and it looks gross and it feels gross and all that good stuff. So I like to try and keep that off of my hands if I can. And I'm just going to press all the way across here. I'm going to use my paper towel here, and that way if there's anything on my fingers, it will not get on the image. Don't want to mess it up before I even get started. So let me look at it again, see if I can scoot it a little bit more, just to get it even the way I want it. It really should go. Oops. There we go. And that is going to be stuck on there really well. I'm happy with the way that went on. Okay, so there's our tin. I am not going to brush the top with Mod Podge. Just letting you guys know. I am not going to do that. And on the domino, we're just going to put a nice little layer right down the middle. And I'm going to use the side without the dots as my front of my domino, but I am going to put the image on both sides. I do like to cover both sides with my images when I do my dominoes. And I use the same image on both sides. I know I could use another image, but I tend to like to use the same image. Let me make sure these are the same, and they are. So here's the first one, and this one is, you'll see it's a little bit short down here and up here. Trying to think, I think I'm going to push it all the way to the top and just leave, I did this on purpose, you guys. I want to leave some space down here at the bottom because I'm going to be putting something down there. And I don't want to necessarily cover her feet up and everything when I do that. So this way, if I shrunk the image so that I could move it up and still get everything showing, that was what I wanted to do. Okay, let me put my brush down, and we're going to push that out of the way, and we're going to just, with our paper towel, we're going to just swipe this all the way around, and it's still moving quite a bit because there's a lot of Mod Podge under there, and that's okay. It'll stop moving in a second because this Mod Podge does dry really, really, really quickly, you guys. So you do want to get it in place where you want it to be fairly quickly, and just start maybe pressing it down instead of, you know, doing this for a second, just until it gets to where it doesn't want to move around. And already this really is not moving at all anymore. So that's how fast it starts to get that tacky and that dry that it's going to stick down and it's going to be in place. So we are in place, and this image is now not going to go anywhere. So there's how we've got that, and you can see where I placed it. I've got this little tiny, maybe 1/8 of an inch at the bottom. Let's see. Almost 1/4 of an inch at the bottom. And I like that. I'm actually quite glad. I mean, I could take and I could put one of these bars down there, you know, if I wanted to just put a little bit of color. But I have these little images and things I want to use, and so I want to get some pretty stuff in there and really make this stand out. So let's go ahead and get on the back side here and get our other image down, just like that. And that's going to be it for the Mod Podge. We will not need any more. Making sure I double check, triple check, whatever you got to do to make sure that you've got it going in the right direction, because you don't want it to be going the wrong way. Make sure you get some of that Mod Podge into those little holes there where the dots and stuff are, the dots and the lines in the domino. Okay. And I'm just going to sort of wipe that off of there. clean it off real good. And then let's get this image on. There we go. And here we are slipping and sliding. It's just moving around all over the place right now. I'm just going to kind of flip my napkin around. And as you're doing this, that Mod Podge does sort of ooze out, and that's kind of what you want to do. You just want to get all the air bubbles out that might be under there, and get that Mod Podge to just kind of ooze out the edges. Press, press, press. After you're done, you know, just sort of pressing, you can slide it down. Make sure again that you got all of your oozies out. And this image still is beautiful and clean, and it is stuck down on all the edges. I'm just feeling the edges here. And there we go. So make sure you sort of keep track, because I didn't, as to which side has the holes and the lines in it. And I honestly am not sure. I mean, you literally can't even tell which side's which. Okay, so this side is the back side. This is the front side. I just was able to figure it out. So, keep that the way it is. Keep that brush out as well. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to add some resin and some diamond dust or glass glitter. You can look it up on Amazon right now if you want. You can type in glass glitter or diamond dust, but if you type in Floracraft diamond dust, this is a 14-ounce jar, but you can get it in smaller jars. If you're not going to use it a lot, guys, this will go a long way. So get a smaller jar to start out with. You know, start yourself small, and if you find that you're using it a lot, get yourself a bigger jar the next time. That's kind of the way I went with it. And in the beginning, boy, did I use it a lot. A lot. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little cup here and get out any leftover bits and pieces of hard resin that might be in there, because I don't want any lumps or bumps in my project here. Okay, so I have my little cup, and I'm just going to squeeze some resin in there, and I'm going to squeeze a decent amount because I'm going to be using it on the tin and the domino. So I might as well just put my lid on there. Might as well just put enough in there that I can work with it on both. So let's get our brush here. And I want sparkle in the ocean here. I love to see a sparkly ocean, and having lived in California my whole life, I do know that the ocean does sparkle, you guys. When the sun hits it, just in the right places, at the right times of day, it sparkles and it is beautiful. I grew up hanging out in Huntington Beach, California when I was growing up. And I spent my entire summers on the beach in Huntington, and they used to call it Surf City, USA. They used to do surf competitions and stuff, so me and all my friends would go down there, and that was back in the day when you could watch that stuff and you could literally sit on the beach and watch it and didn't pay anything for it. It didn't cost you a thing to go down and watch. So we used to have the most amazing summers on the beach, just hanging out, getting suntans, and of course meeting surfers and just having a good time. We loved our summertime. And I had a big group of kids that I hung out with in our neighborhood. We lived in a neighborhood in Orange County, not in Huntington Beach. I didn't live in Huntington Beach. We just used to take the bus, the city bus, and it would take us about 30 minutes on the bus to get to the beach. Wasn't too bad, but we used to have a lot of fun, and we'd have fun in the bus on the way there, have fun in the bus on the way back, getting into a little trouble usually because everybody was tired, and just, you know, being kids, really. And so yeah, we would get ourselves in a little bit of trouble with the bus driver sometimes. I never did, but there were some, usually the boys, that were with us that would create issues. And the bus driver would get mad, and yeah, so I used to, sometimes I'd sit on the bus and I'd sit away from the other kids just so that I didn't have to worry that one of these days, I just knew someday that the bus driver was just going to kick us all off the bus. And I didn't want that. There was no way I wanted to walk home from the beach at the end of a very tiring day of body surfing and boogie boarding and all that kind of stuff. No, thank you. Even if we didn't do those things, if we just laid out and got suntans, we were exhausted by the end of the day. Because, I mean, we would go early in the morning, as early as usually about 9 o'clock in the morning. I mean, that's not early, but we would catch the 9 a.m. bus and get down there and literally spend the entire day and get on the bus around 3 o'clock to come home. So, yeah, it was a long day. Okay, so we've got our glass glitter on there. Look at how beautiful that looks. I'm going to pop that under my lamp. I'm just going to let it go in there for about 60 seconds. And now we're going to put some glass glitter on the domino. And this we'll have to do in two sections because we have to do the front and the back. So, and I think On this, I think I'm just going to kind of edge the clouds a little bit in a couple of spots. Teeny bit on the dress, not much. I'm not going to cover the dress much at all with the glass glitter. Just a little teeny bit. But we do want to make it sparkle, you guys. You want to see that sparkle on this thing. And this can be, this piece here can be a keychain. It could be a rear view mirror hanger or a purse charm. Be a beautiful purse charm. So there's the front side of the domino. Wait till you see. I'm going to also do a video of this with my phone. My phone does good videos when it comes to capturing glitter. And so I will get video from my phone of these pieces so that you guys can see just how beautiful they're going to look. These are some butterflies that Robin sent me, and they're so beautiful, and I want to make sure I get the right colors. So I'm just going to kind of dump them out here and see what colors we want to use. And I also have, let's see, I have shells here. Got some really pretty shells. And I've got, I'm surprised, I think I only have one sheet of these. I don't know. I've only got one out though. Hopefully I've got enough of what I want to use for this and the domino. I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do. I've got these pieces too, and these are awfully pretty, some of these. Here I've got these pretty pieces. I love these, and I'm thinking there's got to be a way I can use a couple of these somewhere. I've got some of these kind of flowers. I've got these, and I've got some other ones. There's I'm not going to use that one. These are just some little charms and things. This one's pretty. This has got a butterfly on it. And there's actually a few of those. Let's see. I'm going to put these back in here because I don't think I'm going to use any of those. If I do, I'll pull them back out. But where are my seahorses? Okay, so I have these seahorses. I have these pretty sand dollars. I've got these little turtles. Now, I was afraid for these that they would look too big. And I don't want to go with anything that's like oversized or undersized. And a lot of these pieces here feel like they might just do that. They might either be oversized or undersized, or, you know, in comparison to the image and all of that. So I'm not going to use all of these. I did like this little hummingbird though. And I'm going to cut the backing off of it because it is an earring. Okay. And I thought that might be pretty, just sort of flying in the sky. And you know, you guys, I have some of these somewhere, and I don't know where I put them. I have one here. So I don't know what I did with them. I put them aside just to use for this project, and do you know, I can't find them. I don't know where I put them aside to. So I'm just kind of stuck now. And don't have any, so I'm not going to worry. Let me real quick turn this over, and I'm going to glass glitter this side of the domino, the back side. Okay, and I'm just going to take my fingers and very gently just drop that glass glitter right on top of that domino. I'm going to wipe the edges. We don't want any of that glass glitter hanging over the edges, so make sure that when you do this that you tap it down and push in the edges. There we go. And now I'm going to put that one under the lamp for 30 seconds. That's all it needs. It's a super thin layer of resin, so we don't need to worry about getting, you know, too much time under the lamp. So we're good. Okay, so for right now, this glass glitter is going to get closed up. And really, we didn't hardly use any resin so far. So, you know, we're not using up a total ton of that. We're still going to use some more, though. We're not done with the resin. I also have these pretty butterflies that I really am going to find what I want to use here real quick. I like that one. That one's pretty. These are such beautiful butterflies, and they're teeny tiny, but these ones have a really nice sort of a wingspan on them, and I just think they're so pretty. We do have an orange one, which would be kind of realistic, kind of like a monarch butterfly. I have other butterflies too that are a little bit smaller, I think. I think I've got them right here. Nope, these are the same ones. So never mind. They're actually the same butterflies. I don't think I took out my smaller ones. I did not. That's okay. All right. So this is done on both sides. So there we go. You can see the pretty sparkle on both sides. There's the front. Okay, we could go with a yellow butterfly. A yellow one would be pretty. I'm just trying to see if I want to go with something that's a little more contrasting and not still in, you know, say the blue family. That yellow is very pretty. The pink is very pretty. And I was thinking what I wanted to do is I wanted to try and put one somewhere like on her dress or something. Just kind of flowing off of her dress somewhere. I don't know. I might wait to put those on. Those might need to be kind of a last minute addition. So let's put those over here. One thing I do need to do, and I think it'd probably be a good idea to do it right now, is to add some pearl and rhinestone chain around the edge of this. Now I do have, okay, where did I see it? Hold on, I'm going to get some of my other rhinestone chain and see what you guys, what we think. What I think. Okay, you guys, I actually had some other rhinestone chain that I was thinking about using, but it turns out it was just too wide, and I wasn't able to make it work. So I'm not even going to show you. I'm not going to waste your time by showing you something I can't use. So we're going to take our E6000 and we're going to go around the top edge, but on the side of the tin with our E6000, and put a nice, fairly like thin line, but not so thin that it's all going to be dry before we get the chain on there. So we want to put a nice line of E6000 around the edge here. If you'd like, if it makes you feel a little more in control, you can take it and put it on a plate or something, or your silicone mat, because it'll come right off of that. And you could make a little puddle of your E6000, use a toothpick and put your E6000 on that way, and you can do a little bit at a time. I really do like to do it all at one time and put the entire chain on at one time. So I got it all the way around the tin, and I'm going to just kind of unravel it here. And really, the best way to do this, you guys, is to take it, put it upside down. You want it so that your pearls and rhinestones are pointing down. So you want the back side of your chain, which is this side, with no rhinestones or pearls. There's your pearls and rhinestones. You want them upside down. And you're just going to lay them sort of on your mat here. I've got my silicone mat sitting here. So the E6000 is not going to stick to my mat. It's going to come off very easily if it gets on there at all. And I'm just going to very gently go around the whole thing, trying not to go too slow because we want to get it on there before the E6000 has a chance to dry. And it does dry fairly quickly, you guys. Not as quickly as your hot glue, but pretty darn quick. So you want to get this on there as quick as you can, but as gently as you can, making sure that those rhinestones are pointing down. Now you're going to have a chance to turn this over once you get it around, and you can adjust. You'll have a little bit of adjustment time, as long as you don't spend too much time with this portion of the process. And I mean, you can see I'm taking my time. I'm not gonna ruin this. Taking my time, getting it on there, pushing them down so that they're straight down. And I know that I'm going to have some that are twisted, but you need to make sure that in the end process, at the end of this process, that you have got all of those rhinestones pointing down. Because if you don't, and you cut the rhinestones, the chain, and you don't have them all facing down and some are sort of facing outwards, your chain's going to be too small. Now, never fear. It's not the end of the world if that happens. So don't panic if you've cut it and you figure out that you've got some rhinestones that are pointing, you know, that way instead of that way. Because you can adjust, and then you can just add a couple. God, I'm sort of stuck here because I don't want to stick my head in the camera, and I know I'm probably doing that as we speak. I'm going to be real quiet for a minute, and I'm just going to do this. I'm going to get it around this corner. And this is a, I'm going to say about a 4mm pearl and rhinestone chain. And I'm just kind of twisting it so that I know I've got it in the right direction. And I'm not going to cut this unless and until I have checked it to make sure that everything is in the right place and in the right direction. And I just wish this wasn't so far away from me so that I didn't have to stick my head under here, but I just know I'm going to have to stick my head in the camera. And you guys, I colored my hair. I bleached it out. I literally, you guys, colored my hair 6 times. 6. And after doing that, I ended up getting a reaction from probably the bleach, I'm guessing. And my face, my eyes started to burn, and this was actually a couple days after I did the last hair color process. And my eyes started burning and itching and swelling, and then that sort of went away kind of quickly. And then my lips started burning and itching and swelling, and my lips really swelled. I tend to get allergies to, I have allergies to tuna fish. When I eat that, my lips will swell. All right, you guys, I'm going to cut this chain off because I'm going to have to turn this over before it dries out on me. So I'm cutting it a little bit long. That's okay. If I can even get these daggum things to cut it. Now this process will be a whole lot easier on the Domino. So now I'm just turning it over. I'm going to push these up so that they're like sort of flat to the top. And it really looks like they went on there pretty good. A couple of them are spun a little bit, but not all the way to the side. They're just a little bit. And these are to the side. And part of my problem right now is these nails. When you have nails, it makes it really hard, a lot harder to do all this kind of stuff, I'm finding, than when you don't have them. And I have been doing my nails lately because I've really enjoyed, you know, having my hands look halfway decent because they've looked so bad for so long. But I don't know how much longer I'm going to do it. I mean, they're cheap. They're little cheapy ones. You know, they don't cost me a lot. And I enjoy, you know, putting charms on them sometimes. And sometimes, yes, Robin, I use your charms that you send me on my nails. And I have fun with that. And it's probably more for my video purposes than anything else, because I like my hands to look decent in my videos. Now if I could just get this little corner here to cooperate. What I'm doing right now is I'm sort of pushing the pearls and rhinestones together so that I don't have to do any more cutting, because there is a slight separation between them. So there is space where I can just sort of push them back a little bit and make them all fit like that. And this is looking really good, but we're not done yet. I am doing the E6000 right here, right now, but I am also going to add some resin. I'm going to also resin these on, and that way I know for certain and for sure that they are going to stay where I want them to be. And I think that looks really good. It might have taken me longer than it used to, and that's only because I have not been doing this for a while. So there was a point in time where I had using E6000 and putting rhinestones on things down so well that I could do this in no time flat. I would have one of these completed, but it's been a little while since I've done rhinestones on the edge of a tin like this. So I've got them all pressed on there, and that's what that looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my my resin here and my brush, and I'm just going to go around the edge of this and make sure that I get the resin touching each one of those. And if you get a little bit of resin on your rhinestones and pearls, don't worry too much. It really doesn't affect them. And I'm also going to pull that resin down over the top of our image. Just like that. And this is why I said we're going to be using more resin on this in different places to hold items down. And I want the whole top of this to be resined and looking shiny and almost like porcelain. And then I'll make sure that I may need to put more glass glitter on there as well. If I need that, I'll add some more glass glitter. This is kind of where you do sort of some of your finishing touches to make everything look exactly the way you want it to look. And I like using a brush when I do this. I feel like I have a little bit more control with a brush than I do the sticks and the swabs when it comes to doing things like this. There's certain times when I like the swabs, and that's what I probably use most of the time. But in something like this, I really kind of prefer just using my brush. And you can see I'm putting a decently thick layer. What I'm probably going to do is take my my bottle, and I'm going to squeeze resin over the top of this and get a nice beautiful layer on there so that everything looks nice and stable on the top, nice and even, and all of that. Right now you can see unevenness where the glass glitter is on here. And if I don't like that, then I will even it all out by just kind of pouring some resin over the top and getting the whole thing looking good. And then in the end, I'll add some more glass glitter. And you can even take this, if you've got an image like this, you guys, you can take this and you can, see, that's what it looks like so far. And see how kind of lumpy bumpy that is? I don't like that. So I'm going to take my resin and I'm going to squeeze it over the top. Now, one of the reasons I love this particular resin so much is because it's thinner than Let's Resin or some of the other resins that I use. Now, the thing is, some people may not like thinner. I like thinner resin. But when you're talking about thinner resin, it's also going to have more of an opportunity to drip over the edges. And so for those of you who don't work very fast and it takes you a long time, you may end up with a whole bunch of drips that you really don't want. So my comfortability with the thin resin comes from doing this for a while and getting used to the feel of the different resins. And I'm very comfortable with the thin resin. And the other thing that I do is I also use my flame over the top, and I'm doing that to get the bubbles out. Here's my flame. Whoops. I'm doing that to get the bubbles out, but it also, in the process of doing that, it thins out your resin. So, in thinning it out, it's going to want to drip. Now, see, I do have a little bit of a drip going on here, so I'm going to grab a paper towel. Oh, of course it's going to come off with the whole roll. And I'm going to wipe the edge of this because I do have a little bit of runoff, and it's okay. We're going to get that quickly, and then we're going to get this under the UV light because we don't want to keep letting that drip. The longer we wait, the more it's going to drip, and the more chance you're going to have that your lid is going to stick to the bottom. And the hinges are going to stick together, and you're going to have a mess. You don't want to have a mess. So I don't have a lot of it, just a little bit. But I want to make sure I get it nice and dry, and it's okay if it's a little thinner on top. I'm all right with that because I can put more resin over the top. I can do one more layer, which I probably will. And it'll be all right. I will be right back. Okay, so I'm going to put one more layer of resin over the top of this. And then we're going to add some glass glitter, and just in certain spots, obviously, like we did before. And because we kind of covered up our glass glitter by adding the resin. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, depending on how thick you had the glass glitter on there and how thick a layer of resin you need to sort of cover everything up. And I needed a lot. So it's okay. We're going to add this. We're going to shake a little glass glitter over the top. And we will be done with this one. And also I did add a layer of resin over the domino, just like I did this. Same process. And I have not added any of the rhinestones onto the domino yet. Okay. So we've got that layer on there, and this is still pretty warm, and I'm not seeing any bubbles in this. So I'm going to take this and very quickly, I'm going to pop it over on my table where my lamp is. I'm going to set it down, and I'm going to sprinkle the glass glitter where I want it. I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it around. A little bit on the beach, a little bit on the dress, in the water, and we just kind of want it to shimmer and shine. Okay, and I'm going to turn on my light for about 90 seconds. Here is our domino. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to add a little more resin. And this is the top side. So we're going to do this while the other piece is curing. Might as well, right? And then we will put our glitter over the top, and I'm just going to do that right here. And I have one little drip right there that I want to get off of there. And I'm going to pop it under the lamp before it starts to roll off of there. I do want to show you guys very quickly, though I almost forgot. I made this today. And wow, was this ever fun. I was actually going to do my video on this tonight because I'm going to make another one. Look at how gorgeous that turned out, you guys. Oh my goodness. Let me put it here. Let me get my felt square here. And put that on top of it. Just like that. And look at that. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? Oh my word. And then it also has, I put one of my charms on there, and it says, I will hold you in my heart until I hold you in heaven. Is that not the most beautiful thing? And those are little birds sitting on a planter. And it is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. I mean, that one came out so beautiful, and I'm so happy. I'm getting ready to do another one. I have all the stuff together to do a video on one of these as well. So you'll be seeing that probably next after these beach scene ones. And then I wanted to show you too, Jeff is making some of his crosses again, you guys. He did make this one, and he's going to be making more of these. Let me back off just a little bit because these are kind of big. So these are the crosses that he makes on his CNC machine. So he carves them out. This is on cedar, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I have one of these in my house. I have one of every cross that he's made. He's making these, and then he's going to be making some other ones as well. But this one, I'm going to have to say, is one of my very favorites that he makes. And it is absolutely gorgeous. You can see, got a little piece of hair on it right there. You can see that, you know, he really puts a lot of work into making sure he does his finish sanding really well. And these crosses are gorgeous, you guys. absolutely gorgeous. So I will be putting this in my shop, and I will be having more of them. I think I'm probably going to have at least 3 or 4 of them. And then he'll also, like I said, he'll be doing the other ones as well. So you guys are, I mean, you're going to love them. I've got a few of you have already bought these from when he was making them before, and everybody has absolutely just loved them. Okay, so there's my domino. And there's the back side. The back side is not resined yet. I did get a little drip back there, so I can get that off of there. I'm going to have to pop this under the lamp this way to get the back side dried off, you know, from any resin that might, like a little thin layer that might be there. And then here is our beautiful tin, all resined. And I do have a little drip there, so I will be getting that off of there. I think I'm going to have to, I'm hoping it'll snap right off. Look, it did. Oh, thank you. I love when it comes off that easily. I just have one little piece right there. I'll be able to get that off of there though. I'm not worried about that. And let's see, I've got a little drip here. So yeah, I'm going to have to do a little work to clean this up. I'm wondering though, I'm thinking, let me show you guys. This is the chain that I was talking about and thinking about using on this because it's blue. I'm wondering if I put this, oh, look at you guys, it just fits on the edge of this. And I'm wondering if I can put that around the whole thing. And have that to finish it off. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that. I'm going to have to see if there's a way to do that. But anyway, you guys, it is super late right now. It is almost 12:45. And so right now, I think I am going to call it quits for tonight and get back to this tomorrow. I'm super tired. And I think I need to go to bed and pick this up in the morning. What do you guys think? Look at how beautiful that is. Isn't she gorgeous? I just love these things. I love beach scenes. I love anything beachy. It just makes me happy, makes my heart sing. And there's the domino. So, yeah, this is going to be a really pretty set, you guys. And I am going to sell these two together as a set. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to bed now. You guys have a good night and have a good day. And I will see you in the morning, just like it was today. Bye. Okay. So, in between times, I did a little bit of work on my tin. Not a lot. I'm going to do the same thing on this domino here. So you're going to see exactly what I did. Over here I have some resin in a cup, and I have this mother of pearl powder. I'm putting a little bit of this powder into the cup here. I just have the tiniest bit of resin in there and the tiniest bit of the powder, because we don't need a lot. We just want it to sort of shimmer. And you know how mother of pearl has that bit of a shimmer to it. So that's what that looks like. Not much. And I did put it on, I did put some on the tin, and it's, over here under the light. So anyway, this is what the tin is looking like right now. And so you can see the shimmer. I put it on a dress. I put it into the waves in the white there, a little bit in the clouds, and a little bit down in here where the water sort of shimmers onto the beach. But look at how pretty that is. It looks gorgeous. It really, really does. So we're going to kind of do the same thing on the domino on the front side. So what we're going to do, we're going to do this first. Okay, I'm just going to take my brush, and I really don't need much at all because this is so small, and I'm just going to dot some of this into these little waves right here, and some onto the beach right there. And I mean, honest to goodness, you guys, we're not going to use much, and I'm probably going to get rid of a little bit of the glass glitter doing this, but that's okay because we're probably going to add a little bit more glass glitter at the end of the project, just because I almost always do, just because I want to make sure that I get enough of that shimmer on my beach. So that's really it, just some dots here and there. I don't even know if you can really see the shimmer much right now, but we're going to pop this sort of under the light and let it cure. I'm going to put a little bit down here on the bottom where we've got all this white, and it'll just kind of help that to fade into the domino. I like that. Okay, so that's all we need there. Not much at all. I'm going to pop that under my light for about 30 seconds is all we really need. And now on this one, what we need to start doing, you guys noticed I did put my pearl and rhinestone chain around the domino just like I did the tin. And now I just need to kind of embellish these a bit. I'd like to come up with something to sort of put between the rhinestones and the edge of the tin lip. And you can see this opens perfectly still, so we didn't get anything stuck together or anything like that. I'm trying to figure out what I could use in that little section that would sort of cover up a couple of the little flaws that are in there, because there are a couple of drippy flaws. And not that I can't sort of get rid of them, but I'm just afraid if I work too hard at this, I'm going to end up just scraping it and making it not look nice, and I don't want to ruin it. So, you know what? Let me go look at something real quick. This is just so beautiful, you guys. I'm so happy with how this is turning out. I really, really love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're just going to glue this on. And I'm going to start from the back. And we'll just go like that. And I'm going to just kind of tuck it on the edges underneath the rhinestones and the lip of the tin. And any little frayed edges, I'm just going to try and get those as I go. I'm noticing I do need to get some glue in my glue gun though, so before I go any further, that is a must do. Sorry, you guys, I'm sitting here in my jammies, actually, now. I was last night, too, actually. So, I just got up this morning and thought, okay, let's get to work and get this thing back in business here and get going. And right there is the spot where we had the little bubble of resin. Okay. And this is actually going on here quite nicely. I like the way that it looks. I like having just that little bit of floral. I like to have some floral in just about everything I do, you guys, honestly. I am a flower person. So if I can put something floral into a project, I will. If it's gonna, as long as it's gonna look okay, I will definitely add flowers to anything. And I just thought, you know, with the color of this, the blue flowers, and everything, I just thought it would look really nice. And I'm just going to go ahead and overlap this on top of the piece on the back. And just a little bit more. There we go. Alright, so that's what that looks like on the sides. And that's just a little where I sanded it there. On this I'm going to put, oh, you know what? I need to put a layer of resin on the outside on the top of this one, like I did on the tin. I'm just going to dome it so that I have a nice, clear, pretty look around the edges of this and in the center. And then again, I still may add additional glass glitter to these once I get to the end of the project. And that's ready, so I'm going to put that under the light for 90 seconds. Okay, so now that we have all of this laying out on my table, I've been going through everything, you guys. I think I've got this one little bit right here I need to glue down just a little bit. Just don't want to get too much glue on there. Press that down. There we go. There. All right. So this is what we have so far. We've got some beautiful little flowers and things. Took out my little bubbles and some of my filigree pieces, and I think we're going to use some of that. So actually what we're going to do right now is I'm going to take and I'm going to add some resin right here, just sort of in the shape of this filigree piece. And I'm going to lay that piece right on top there. We're going to do the same over in this opposite corner. And add that one right there. We're not going to do this on all four corners. We're just going to add these two opposite corners. That one's laying nice and flat. This one is not as flat as I'd like it to be, but that's okay. I can get it that way. Okay, so I'm going to pop this under my lamp real quick. And then this one, we are going to take some of these little, pretty little white things here, and I'm debating on this one if I want to put the bow at the top and put this at the bottom, or maybe put this at the top and the bow at the bottom. That looks really cute like that. Or taking this and putting just the two of those at the top and bottom. And I really think I kind of like that look the best. Let's bring y'all in a little bit. I don't want it to be too out of focus here, so I'm thinking I really like that. And then what I could do is I could maybe take, I don't know that this is going to work though. I don't think these are going to work out for me on this, because I have an odd number of them, and I just don't think they're if they were like one long piece, I think they would look really cool, but they're not, and I don't have any that are. So definitely, whoopsies, what did I do? Oh, there it is. I thought I lost my little hummingbird. I definitely want to put the little hummingbird, whoops, I think I want to put the hummingbird on this one. I don't want to overdress this, you know, because then I could ruin it by doing that. Maybe I should save that and put it on the bigger one. So what we're going to do right now, we're definitely going to use those pieces at the top and bottom. So we're going to add a little stripe of resin in both spots. And we're going to lay those on there. Make sure they are centered and not sliding all over the place. That looks really good to me. Just like that. I'm going to pop that under my lamp for about 60 seconds as I pull my other one out. So let's get that under there. And here we've got this out, and then we're also going to use a couple of these on this one. And we're going to go here, and we're going to go up in this corner. Just like that. And those look really pretty. I'd like to take, oh well, let's see what this looks like if I put one on either edge this way too. I really love these little embellishment pieces, these nail embellishments. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. And I've noticed a lot of the girls at work wearing them on their nails, and they just look so pretty. But then I go to put them on my nails and they look gaudy. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just feel too old for them or something. I don't know. But sometimes I do like to put all the crazy stuff that the younger people are putting on their nails. Why not, right? In fact, that's what they keep telling me. Why not, Carol? Why can't you do what we do? You're not too old. And I always tell myself, I always tell them, I'm too old for that. I can't do that. I'm too old. And they laugh at me and they tell me I'm not too old to do anything. That looks pretty with those on top of the filigrees. That looks real pretty, actually. That's awesome. So we're going to add, and this is kind of that part of the project where you kind of sort of add things one piece at a time, or two pieces at a time, depending on what you're doing. So we're going to add those there. Okay, I already got them on the other one. So if I put those there, and these on these corners, I think that looks really nice. So yeah, let's add those to these corners. And I mean, this is the easy stuff, guys. And I know I'm not using my little flashlight UV light because really right now I'm just, it's easier for me to just pop it, put, you know, a couple of things on at a time and pop it under the lamp and let it go. Let it do its thing, because it doesn't really take me any longer. The only difference is you guys are not seeing me do it, but also the thing with the handheld UV light is that they don't work as well. The UV is not as strong in them, so it doesn't process like the big lamp does. So then it ends up taking longer for things to get completed. So this is a little butterfly piece, and what I could do, I've used these in a lot of things, but it has to be placed a certain way in order to look right, and I do have trouble getting it to look right on a lot of items. It has to be just so, because it's got that little sprig that comes off of the this is the butterfly, and then there's a little sprig that comes off of it, and the butterfly is pointing, the head is that way. I'm not quite sure why they did it that way. I mean, I am and I'm not. But it just has to go in the right spot, and it's not always easy to find the right spot. I've got that piece. No. I don't think I'm going to be adding too much more to this piece here. What I do need to do is I do need to add the dangle. And I think what we're going to use for the dangle on this one is this gorgeous piece of earring. This is another one that Robin sent me, and it is absolutely stunning and gorgeous, and this is what I want to use definitely on this domino. And wait till you get a gander at what it looks like when it's finally on there. It's going to be so gorgeous, you guys. Let me get my nippers. Where did I put them? There they are. I just tucked them back a little farther. Okay, so let me get the stick off of it. Okay, so now we got to figure out how are we going to do this. Look at how gorgeous that's going to be on there. But we have to get it on there. So that's kind of where our challenge is going to be. What I was thinking is I do have, and this is just going to kind of double things up a little bit, or maybe, you know what? Where is... Let's see. I have an idea. I mean, what I could do is I could take one of these and put this on the front of it and use both pieces. But now I'm using up 2 pieces of bling that I feel like, you know, I hate doing that because this is not cheap stuff. And this is all I have left of these AB rhinestone dangles. So I don't want to waste. Now, what I do have, and this I wouldn't mind using a little piece of, this is also a dangle lace. And if I take this and cut right there, because I have a lot of that still, so I'll be okay with that. So if I take that and add this, and then I'll still have these little dangles off to the side that I can enjoy. Let's see, you guys are not seeing this. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. So if I put this right here, and I think I need to resin, I'm debating, do I want to resin the ball to that, or do I want to resin the flowers to that? The ball would be easier to resin on there. And I think I can get it to stick just fine with the ball. I really do. I think that'll be okay. I'm just going to kind of pull this up, pull this back. Make sure that that's all in order. That's in the center. Okay, you guys, we're going to go for this. I have just this little bit of resin here in this, and we're just gonna drop it right on there, right into the rhinestones. Now, I have a problem still. I think, oh, this makes me sad. I think we're going to have to take this off. I know we're going to have to take this off. I hope I can get it off. Oh, my word. Without breaking it. I mean, I know I can get it off in a way that, oh, look, I got it off. Yay. It wasn't completely cured yet, because I have often told you guys, I stick these things under my lamp several times before the whole project is done, and that is so that everything that's getting cured is getting cured like several times, so that I know my job is done and I don't have to worry that things are going to fall off in the end. It's not to say that something can't break, because it can. Okay, so I want to get this out of my way. I don't want any light to shine on this. Get that out of my way. And I'm just going to kind of slide these back a little bit. And it's okay if my UV light touches these things. And I'm going to just pop my light right over the top of that piece, and I will be right back. Okay, so I got this on there, and the way we're going to do this, and we're just going to put that right across the bottom there, just like that. And look at how gorgeous that's going to be, you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Robin, I think I'm going to have to buy a whole bunch of these little white flowered earrings. They are amazing. I think I saw them on Temu. I think they're the same ones. But but I think I really need a bunch of these because these could be perfect for a lot of projects. But look at this. Oh my gosh. That is absolutely amazing. So let's go ahead and let's get our resin. And I'm gonna put resin right across here on the top. And here's what I'm gonna do, you guys. I'm gonna pop this over by my lamp. Move my lamp back, and I'm gonna lay this floral piece on here as quickly as I can and get it right in place the way I want it. And hover my lamp over it, and 90 seconds. It's going to get a good cure, at least beginning cure right now, so that, what was I going to say? Shoot. It's going to get a good cure so that... so that doesn't, so that I know it's not going to loosen up and come apart and come off of there. I don't want that to happen. So here I'm just kind of trying to decide how do I want to sort of situate some flowers on here. Look at how gorgeous those are, you guys. Oh my goodness, they're so pretty. I love these little acrylic flowers, and I haven't used a lot of them. I'm not sure why. This is just one little plumeria that I had laying around. I bought a whole bunch of these at one time, and I love plumeria. Plumeria is one of my favorite flowers in the whole world. And I love the yellow, and I love the pink ones, and I love these lighter blue ones. Sometimes they sell them in like blacks and super, super dark colors. Not crazy about those, but I do like the lighter colors and the pinks and yellows and blues and stuff. They're just beautiful, and they're gorgeous to use on anything that's beachy. And it brings back Hawaii to me. When I see a plumeria, I have a plumeria tree out back, and I'll have to, when it blooms, I'll show you guys my flowers, and they are spectacular, you guys. They're yellow and white, kind of this kind of a yellow and white. So they would be yellow in the middle, and the yellow kind of comes out in the middle, and then the edges are white. Oh my gosh, and they smell like heaven. That is what I would imagine heaven to smell like. If I had to guess, I would say that's what heaven smells like. So it's just fantastic. So maybe we'll go like this, and maybe I think that's gonna not be, I think I liked it better the way I had it before. I mean, that's kind of pretty, but of course I don't have the plumeria in there now. Okay, I love this flower. I think this flower looks nice in there, just as one kind of bigger flower. And I love the plumeria in there. So if I kind of put those sort of like that, and then all these other pretty flowers around those. I'm going to put a white one there, and maybe a blue one there. That's kind of not working. I don't know why it's not. It felt so good the first time I had these on here. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because I had fewer flowers. Put a white one there. I mean, that actually looks good. There's not too many. And then I also want to stick some pearls in there. So I think actually that's going to be a really nice arrangement. So let's get our resin again. And let's just pop it on there. And let's see. I think I needed a little up a little bit more there. And we're going to put this one here. And this one there. So pretty. And let's see. That one in there. And that one there. I think that looks good right like that. So let me pop those under the lamp. And look at what we have here coming out. And this I've got I think this could have come over just a tad that way, just a little, like a skosh more. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to leave it right where it's at. And let's see. Do we want to add maybe a couple of these flowers in there? Just to kind of make it match the other one, or that's kind of too much, I think. Too much right there. Maybe that and that. That and that. That looks pretty. I don't want to get it covering up her head though. That looks very pretty like that. Or what we could do is take and add a butterfly instead up here. Whoops. Well, that would be very pretty up there. Or maybe put the butterfly here. And I don't know if I want the yellow butterfly. Let's see. I've got a green one here. That's pretty. That one looks very pretty, actually. It's got a little touch of pink down at the bottom of the wings. And that looks kind of pretty. I really kind of like that, just like that. I think I really like it. What do you guys think? I think that's good. Let me just grab, let's grab one of these blue butterflies here. And see what it looks like to have that sort of right there. If we can get it to stay long enough to check. Okay, like that. No, but I am liking the blue, so I wonder if maybe we should just go with the blue butterfly up here. I do like that. There we go. Okay, that's where we're going to go with this. So let's go ahead again. And we're going to drop a dot of resin there. Just a dot. Don't need much because we're just putting that tiny little butterfly down. And then we're going to put a little bit here to hold those two flowers down. Just like that. And I love that. I think it looks beautiful. And then I'm going to try and also put a couple of pearls in there between those flowers, just so that you guys know. That way it'll add. And I'm going to do sort of the same thing here. So let's get our, we could either use pearls or we could use some of these beautiful crystals that my friend Kim sent me. And I think on this one, we're going to try the crystals first. I really love these crystals in just about anything they go in. And this is all I have left of those. And she has kind of been my supplier of those beautiful crystals, and I love them. So, and I did what I always do, and I start to hoard them when I start to run out of them. So this is what I had left, and they are being currently hoarded in my stash. So, sorry, Kim. I'm just kind of dropping them in there, but I do want them to face the right direction, so I'll kind of spin them around as I go. Most of them are actually landing the right way. Yay! And these look really cool in a beach scene because it looks like, you know, glass on the beach or treasures on the beach. It looks gorgeous, you guys. This looks beautiful. And then I also need some right in here because I did add some resin back here. And I think what I'm going to do, like right here, I'm going to take my resin and I'm just going to drop a couple of drops right down in there. And for right now, we're going to go ahead, we're going to put this in the lamp and we're going to cure what's on there. And then we will go from there. So let's see, do we want to do the same thing with this one and just use the crystals? I think so. That way it'll match. And then when we do another set, we'll do it more with pearls. But I do love those crystals. They are great for anything that you want to do beachy. So I'm always happy to use them in something like this. And I think I'm gonna grab some of these with my rhinestone picker. And let's just lay some on the table here and grab them one by one. This is a little bit smaller space that we're putting them in on this domino. So I want to be a little bit more selective on how they land on this piece. And this way I can control it. If I could just get my picker to pick. That's why I sometimes like my my wax ones that I make better than the ones that you buy, because they tend to work better longer. Okay, get right in over here, and I'm just sort of going around the flowers with this. And so far I'm really liking the way these are coming out. And I mean, not just liking, I am loving the way this domino is coming out. I am loving it. Okay, gotta flip some of these over. This doggone thing. It's very frustrating when something doesn't work the way it's intended to work. And when I can do something homemade that does a better job than what I pay good money for. Okay, and now I want to get one right there. Okay, that looks super pretty, you guys. Okay, let's get that under the light. And I need to cut this thread right here that's coming off of that little piece of fabric that I've got down there. Okay, and so there's that one. Look at how pretty those look around those flowers. And then I'm also going to add a few up into the flowers, right up in here. Let's see, maybe a couple right there. That should cover it. All right. One there. One there. There. This is so fun. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm having a ball doing this one. I haven't got to do this in so long, and I am having so much fun using my creative mind in a little bit different way today. I am really enjoying it. Don't get me wrong, I love my shabby chic and all my other stuff, but I am having a ball with this. And again, this is the kind of stuff that kind of got me my start. I wasn't using resin back at that time. I was using triple thick mostly to get my shine and all of that stuff, and to put my glass glitter on. Well, then I started realizing triple thick wasn't working real well, and I didn't feel like my pieces were looking real well. I wasn't happy with them, and I wasn't happy putting out things that I felt didn't have the look that I was going for anymore. And there was a time when they did, and then suddenly it just was not working the way that it worked for me in the past. So I just said, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to buy it anymore. I don't even buy triple thick. I won't ever use it again. Because I just feel like something happened either in the chemicals that they're using in it. They've changed it. I don't know what they did, but they ruined it, if that's what they did. And triple thick, you need to go back to your original recipe, because you guys have lost a lot of users because everybody says the same thing. I hear the same thing. Eventually, even people who use it for a while and still say, oh, it works fine, eventually they turn around and go, oh, once they use the other stuff, they are realizing that the triple thick is not the way to go. So I firmly believe that, and I'm sorry, triple thick, but please go back to your original recipe, because that's when your product worked. Look at this. I am just getting so frustrated with this darn picker, because it's just not picking. It's frustrating, and it's taking me forever to get this done because I can't get these things picked up. Oh, come on. And these are AB rhinestones that I'm putting in this, because I think AB rhinestones always look good with the beachy projects. So it just, the way they shine and sparkle and everything, they just seem to fit with the beach scenes. Okay, I think, I want to add a couple of little bits right in front of this one too. Can't leave that one out. And one more. Okay, I think I want to put that way. There we go. I think that's going to do it for the rhinestones on this. And I don't think we're going to use any more on this one. Look at how gorgeous that is, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Now the back of this is already covered in resin. And so it's looking good and it's fine. I'm not going to do anything more to the back. It's just going to stay the way it is. Let's see. What do I have here? I'm just wondering if maybe if I put something off to the side here of this, if it will. It doesn't look bad at all. It doesn't look bad at all, but I feel like I want to put something off to the side here to kind of offset it. That feels a little bit big though. Maybe, maybe one of my little white flowers here. This is just a little white rose. That would work. It's just tiny. Let's see, do I have another one over here? Just so I can kind of decide which one I like the best. There's a little white one. It's a little bit bigger, but that one, it looks good, but it's just maybe just a tad too big. And then I've also got a pink one. Whoops. If I put that in there, I feel like I have to put more than one in. Can't just put one pink flower. So I would have to put one like that. That looks very pretty, actually, with those two little pink flowers in there. Doesn't that look pretty? I like it. Yeah, I think we're going to add those two little pink flowers. And you know what? We might even add a couple of those little pink flowers into the other one. I really like that. I think they look really pretty. So I'm going to put one there. And these flowers are just gorgeous. They are very, very, very detailed. And it's okay to add a little bit of pink in there. Pink is always good. And we're going to put that in there. You guys are not going to believe how beautiful that domino is. It is absolutely stunning. Now, here I have some more of the pink flowers. Do I have any more bigger ones? Let's see. I want to make sure I get enough of the larger sized ones and the small ones. Oops. And we've got a bunch of leaves there. Let's see. That's a good one. That's a really good one. And that's a bud. Gotta make sure we get a couple of buds in there. And that's a tiny bud. And another bud. Whoops. I don't want to drop all of these and then end up losing them. Okay, so let's just add some pink flowers in here. Right, kind of around these. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly where they should go, but I'm going to try and just get them placed in places that I think are good. I don't remember where I put the the resin, you guys. Oh my goodness. I know I put some back here, but I think that one is too big for that spot. That spot needs a little bud. Just like that. Okay, and gosh, I just don't know. I honest to goodness don't know where I added the resin. My word. I want to say I probably put some up in here. I'll just pop these where I think they look good, and then I'll just drop some resin over the top of them. or around them, I should say. Is that too much, you guys? Pull this one out. Look at that. Is that not beautiful, you guys? Oh my goodness. I cannot even believe it. Now, the only thing we have left to do on this one is, I'm not going to put any leaves on this one either. But we do need a bail on this. And you know what? I know I took them out when I was putting everything together for this, and I think I threw them back into their box. Why would I do that? I don't know. Why do I do anything I do, you guys? I swear, I'm so brain dead sometimes. I'll be right back. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I went and grabbed one of my little flowers here, and I actually kind of like this idea better. I'm gonna take this little flower. I've got a bunch of these that my friend Sherry sent me, and I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna flip over our domino here, and I'm going to resin this to the back of the domino right there. And the way that I'm going to do that is not in front of your eyes, unfortunately. I'm going to pop it over by my lamp. I'll put this here so you can look at that and see how pretty that is. I'm going to add some resin to my domino here. Just enough to set this little flower in. And we're going to set it just, I've got resin on there, just like that in the center. And I'm going to set it under the light. So we are going to drop a little more resin here. Okay, and that one's in there pretty good. I feel like most of these are in there pretty good, but a couple of them feel just a tad bit loose. So rather than worry about them falling out, we're gonna stick them under that light again, and there we've got this. And on this one I'm also going to add some resin right into those little flowers and around them, just to make sure everything is stuck down well. And put that back under the lamp. You guys, this has been such a fun project. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how long I've really needed to do something from the past. You know, something that I used to love doing and haven't really gotten a chance to do much of at all. And wow, I'm so glad I did this. I really, really am. This was fun. Now, the only thing that I haven't done on this is I haven't added, here, let's finish her off. I think I'm going to use, we only need one. I'm going to need that one, and we are going to pull a piece of our silver ball chain. And these are the ones I've already made, you guys, that are ready to go. Some of them are longer than others, and I like the longer ones. I don't know why I've made some of them shorter, some of them longer, but I also like the thinner, a little bit thinner chain. I've got some that are thinner chain, some that are whiter chain. I've got all the colors. I've got white, black, copper, you name it, I've got the colors. So I really, really, really love ball chain for necklaces. I love it for car mirror hangers. I love it for, let's see, you can use it for bracelets. You can use it for really so many things. And it's so easy to work with, and that's why I like it so much. It's easy to work with. I can do what I need to do with it, and it never gives me trouble, and I like ball chain. I do. I like it in my own necklaces. I don't have a ton of necklaces that I have ball chain for, but that's only because most of my necklaces have come with chains, and I don't change them out. But once in a while, I think I have one or two long ball chains that I keep in my jewelry box, necklace size, so that I can use them for necklaces. So I'm going to put this through here, get that in there. And pop that in. There we go. Whoops. There we go, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? You know it is. You just know it is. And I am loving how this turned out. The only thing that I haven't done, whoops, oh, I never did put that down. I didn't know if I was going to use it or not. Let's see, do I want to use that somewhere? That is so pretty and sparkly. I love that piece. But I think maybe for that piece, I think I'm going to save that for another project because it's so pretty and I don't want to waste it just to use it. Because I do know that it's going to be gorgeous in whatever I put it in. So I'm gonna hold it. Got some more of those. Awesome sauce. I've got my little dragonfly. Okay, and this is going to a dear friend of mine, this dragonfly. I've got it finished, and I'm going to, I'm also doing a bumblebee. So anyway, that's it, you guys. I thank you for watching today. Stay tuned for pictures on the back end because I will have some really good pictures of these. Oh, wait, don't leave yet. You guys, hold on just a minute. I do want to add, I totally forgot, I do want to add some more glass glitter to these, and let's see, I'm just gonna quickly, very quickly, brush a little bit on. I don't want that brush, I want this brush. Okay, I'm just going to do a little bit, you guys. I want to put some in the water here. And this is how I'm doing this. I'm just adding a little in between the other stuff here. And then a little bit coming sort of off away from the flowers and the leaves. And up here in the sky. Okay, so on this one, we've got that on there. I don't even think I needed the brush. And I'm going to get glass glitter inside this glove. I just know it. Okay, so we got that on there. Let's pop it under the lamp. And now I need to put a little bit more on this one. We're going to try and just get just a tiny bit of resin on here. Tiny bit, not a big, thick bunch of it, just a tiny bit. And we will do this right over the container. Tap it. And there we go. All right. Put that under there. Put that lid on, and then we are going to be done, you guys. This is going to be it, I promise. I thank you all for watching, and I hope you all are doing well, and make sure that you are staying in touch with family. Tell them you love them all the time. Hug them, squeeze them. Give them those I love yous because they mean more than you could possibly imagine, even if they don't say so. And, you know, you're all amazing, so stay amazing, be kind to those around you, even when they're not so kind to you, because sometimes that one little bit of kindness will change a person's entire day. And so, yeah, give them that kindness. Maybe they'll pass it on to someone else. Even if it doesn't come to you, maybe somebody else will get it, and it will be worth it in the long run for you that you gave it to them to get it to somebody else. So, right? I see that as a plus. Anyway, you guys have all been a blessing to me. Thank you to everyone who subscribes to my channel. I appreciate you very, very much. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make a comment, and stay tuned for pictures on the back end. God bless you all. Take care.